We have a really outstanding lineup of entertainment, a really exciting group of Oklahoma musicians to perform tonight. And we'd like to start the night with a sneak peek for the musical talent. It's a video performed by Bobby Castor. She's a native of Woodward, Oklahoma. She's going to be performing live later tonight as part of our program. And so if you can please direct your attention to the video screen, I know you'll really enjoy this musical presentation. Thank you.
They say out here in the country, we just work to get that money. Oil rigs, diamond rings, fancy cars, those lavish things. But I would beg to differ that. Get your horse, I'll grab my hat. And we'll go ride this thing together. Come what may, through any weather. Strongest wind, waterfall, red sunset, we've seen it all. Hey, get your bow and arrow out. We'll go around and paint the town. I'll come sweeping down the plain, my heart with the winds away. Although we're all doing okay. Befriend a foe, befriend a neighbor. Don't know such thing as a stranger. Shed a tear, my brother, you are welcome here. That's what the state is taught me best. Hook on first and love the rest. I bet all my money moving to LA. I even set my sights upon that Nashville stage. Loved this city boy for 2 whole years. Packed my bags, we settled here 'cause I'll come sweeping down the plain. My heart with the winds away. Although we're all doing okay. The open lakes, so grand, rolling hills that stand there. Spinning to an uncle, I knew I could travel that world like I never had. I seen such beauty hidden in those days. We fell apart, we faced the fire. Life gets rough, but we look higher. Keep your price on heart and soul. Stay true to what you call your home.
How are you?
My homies everywhere. Let's get loud. Let's get proud. To the world, we're gonna sing it out. Sweeping down the plain, my heart with the winds away. Although we're all doing okay. I'll come sweeping down the plain, my heart with the winds away. Although we're all doing
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome to the stage our Master of Ceremonies, the Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Oklahoma, and Enid native, Todd Lamb.
Good evening. Good evening. All right, thank you. Good. I mean, at Enid High, that would have been a D+, that first one. It is a pleasure to be the MC tonight and officially welcome you to my hometown, my birthplace, and I want to thank the speaker for choosing Enid, America to host this year's Speakers Ball.
Enid is home to many things that this town, this city, can brag about. Enid is home to Vance Air Force Base, the finest base in the United States Air Force. Enid has trained, Vance Air Force Base has trained countless of our American heroes. Enid is a place that you can receive a fantastic education, as I did at McKinley Grade School, go Cardinals. As I did at Waller Junior High, go Eagles. And as I did at Enid High School, go Plainsman. But you can complete your education here in Enid, starting at NOC, Northwestern, and pursuing even further. Enid is home to men and women that have done wonderful and special things. Many unknown, missionaries throughout the world, astronauts that have gone to outer space, right here in Enid. Enid has sent people on to the NFL, and we're proud to be home to the NBA's first family, the Price family, and Brent Price is here tonight. Brent, stand up, and Marcy. Here tonight to present the invocation is Oklahoma's 42nd Speaker of the House and current Corporation Commissioner, Todd Hyatt. Todd, would you please come forward, Commissioner? Let's join him in prayer.
Thank you, Governor Lamb. If you would bow with me, please, in prayer. Lord, we thank you for this beautiful day that you've given us to come together today to honor your servant, Jeff Hickman, as he serves you and as he serves the state of Oklahoma as the Speaker of the Oklahoma House of Representatives. We ask for your wisdom and courage for Speaker Hickman and all of our state leaders as they face a challenging financial time in Oklahoma's history. But first, Lord, let us acknowledge and thank you for provision in past challenges our state has faced. Just recently, we faced a severe 4-year drought. It brought challenges from wildfire to hay for our livestock and to water for our people. We thank you, Lord, that we, just like all your people recorded through the ages, had just enough provided by your hand to survive this drought. And now have a greater appreciation for the green grass that grows, for a good hay crop, for a full pond, or even a running creek. And just as we have received your provision to survive drought, you've always provided for your people when they hearken their ears unto your voice and their ways unto your will. Now, Lord, we ask you to guide our leaders to walk in your paths and bring your perfect will for our state. Grant them wisdom in setting policy and balancing budgets. Give them creative thoughts of innovation and common sense that will not only carry us through this tough time, but also make us a better, more prosperous state on the other side. Lord, we ask that your hand be upon all the citizens and the managers of the many state entities that carry tremendous responsibility. Give them patience, Lord, and a cooperative spirit as we face these state challenges together as a team. Direct all of us, Lord, to be a blessing to others as you have blessed us. Guide us in your service. And Lord, we ask that you would bless tonight's meal to the nourishment of our bodies, and bless the hands that prepared it, and bless all of the events of this wonderful evening. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Commissioner Hyatt. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I invite you to please stand as you're able for the presentation of the colors by the Kiowa Black Ladies Warrior Society, and join the University Singers from Northwestern Oklahoma State University as we honor America with our national anthem.
Details. Halt. Left. Speak. Precinct. Colors. Right, place. Forward, march.
The Kiowa Black Leggings Warrior Society, and the University Singers. Aren't they fantastic? You may be seated. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. You can start to eat. Please begin your meal as we continue tonight's program. The 2016 Oklahoma Speakers Ball is presented tonight by the University of Oklahoma. Our other generous sponsors are listed in your program and are featured on the screens throughout the evening. Thank you to everyone who contributed to this evening's success. Please join me in thanking them by a round of applause. At this time, I'd like to welcome the many elected officials here tonight. Being the MC is an honor, but when you're called upon to introduce elected officials, it is somewhat dangerous. There's always a concern or somewhat anxiety that there's the one elected official that really wants to be introduced who's not in the script. So if anybody is overlooked, I want to preface this introduction by saying, if you're not introduced, you're not in the script. It was nothing intentional, and the speaker loves you, his staff loves you, and so does the Lieutenant Governor. We're honored to have, well, we're all dignitaries tonight because we're special guests of the speaker, but honored to have a few dignitaries I'd like to introduce, starting with, and hold your applause until I finish the round, State elected official, State Auditor Gary Jones, State Superintendent of Public Instruction Joy Hoffmeister, Labor Commissioner Melissa McLaughlin Houston, and of course we've heard from him already, and his gracious prayer, Corporation Commissioner Todd Hyatt, and any other statewide elected official. Would you please stand now and let's recognize our statewide elected officials. We have many cabinet secretaries here tonight, led by Secretary of State Chris Benj, another former speaker. At this time, I'd like to ask our cabinet secretaries, the governor's cabinet secretaries, please stand and be recognized. And welcome Enid. Would House Speaker Pro Tempore Dr. Lee Denny and the many, many members of the Oklahoma House of Representatives please stand and allow us to thank you for your service. Pro Tem Denny and members of the House of Representatives. And as half of the group responsible for our budget in the Lieutenant Governor's office, allow me to say you all look fantastic. Every one of you. Several members of the Oklahoma State Senate are with us this evening. Members of the Oklahoma State Senate, would you please stand now and be recognized? Members of the Oklahoma State Senate, let's thank them for their service. Senator Anderson, it's a pleasure to be in your district. I believe we have some tribal leaders with us, chiefs and or governors from our various sovereign nations around the state. If we have any tribal leaders with us, would you now please stand and be recognized? At this time, please turn your attention to the screens for a special video presentation.
If you're not successful in passing good legislation for the state, then you're not doing your job. And to do that, you got to know the people in each district. We started the Speaker's Ball as strictly for the House members to meet each other, get acquainted, and make a friend. And it worked.
I think one of the qualities that someone serving as Speaker of the House must have is first and foremost integrity. But they also have to have the ability to respect all of the members of the House and listen to all of the members of the House. Bringing 101 members together is probably the most challenging part of the position. Every member of the legislature, regardless of party, regardless of background, every member of the House of Representatives is duly elected by the citizens in their area. And so I tried my best to give everyone a voice.
Legislative leadership is just one of the more fascinating things in a democratic society, I think. No one out here can say, I did it. It takes a lot of people.
Your voice for the body, your voice for the hopes and aspirations of the people of this state, the people who sent you here. For me, being Speaker in our centennial year is something that I was very humbled to get to do. In this body, we always are looking at where we've come from and where we're going. And certainly the 100-year anniversary of the state was something that allowed us to do that. But the truth is, every year that you come into this legislature, you're going through that kind of process. You're thinking about what we've achieved, maybe where we've fallen short, and where we can do better. One of the things that I used to tell freshman members is, first year I was here, my office was a renovated closet. You could just barely get into it. So when people would complain about the size of their offices, I'd take them down and say, well, this is where I started. If you work real hard, you can go all the way to the Speaker's office.
I was the youngest sitting Speaker of the House in the United States at the time of my election in 1990. And I was Speaker during the time that the Murrah bombing occurred in April of 1995. Led by Governor Keating, Oklahoma put a very important face forward to the world.
I always felt like that the visioning part was very rewarding, and coming up on a legislative session, identifying what the priorities should be, and then just going and talking to people about it, trying to take bits and pieces from the different perspectives from different parts of the state or different backgrounds or whatever it might be. I think that at the end of the day, that usually, actually most always, created a good product for the people of Oklahoma.
You build relationships, and I had the opportunity to meet and work with really a number of outstanding men and women, Democrats and Republicans. I've made friends here in this chamber that will be lifelong friends.
The House Speaker's job is all about putting others first. It's all about service and leadership, and I think the House Speaker's job is about being conscientious and aware and sensitive to the issues of the day, but then also being able to bring people together who may be different, have different perspectives. We have the greatest system of government in the world, and public service done properly is a unique opportunity to make that lasting difference.
The Speaker, being the leader of the House, becomes a very, very influential role. But of course, that is only entrusted to the Speaker by the membership. And the Speaker is only really as strong and influential as the trust that he has of the members. Certainly, you have to lay out a clear vision, a goal of where you'd like to be, but that goal shouldn't solely be laid out by the Speaker. That should be done in tandem with the rest of the membership. And I think when a Speaker is willing to do that, to put aside petty differences and to work with the membership to move the agenda forward, I think Oklahoma benefits.
If you're not successful in passing good legislation for the state, then you're not doing your job. And to do that, you got to know the people in each district. We started the Speaker's Ball as strictly for the House members to meet each other, get acquainted, and make a friend. And it worked.
I think one of the qualities that someone serving as Speaker of the House must have is first and foremost integrity. But they also have to have the ability to respect all of the members of the House and listen to all of the members of the House. Bringing 101 members together is probably the most challenging part of the position. Every member of the legislature, regardless of party, regardless of background, every member of the House of Representatives is duly elected by the citizens in their area. And so I tried my best to give everyone a voice.
Legislative leadership is just one of the more fascinating things in a democratic society, I think. No one out here can say, I did it. It takes a lot of people.
Your voice for the body, your voice for the hopes and aspirations of the people of this state, the people who sent you here. For me, being Speaker in our centennial year is something that I was very humbled to get to do. In this body, we always are looking at where we've come from and where we're going. And certainly the 100-year anniversary of the state was something that allowed us to do that. But the truth is, every year that you come into this legislature, you're going through that kind of process. You're thinking about what we've achieved, maybe where we've fallen short, and where we can do better.
One of the things that I used to tell freshman members is, first year I was here, my office was a renovated closet. You could just barely get into it. So when people would complain about the size of their offices, I'd take them down and say, well, this is where I started. If you work real hard, you can go all the way to the Speaker's office.
I was the youngest sitting Speaker of the House in the United States at the time of my election in 1990. And I was Speaker during the time that the Murrah bombing occurred in April of 1995. Led by Governor Keating, Oklahoma put a very important face forward to the world.
I always felt like that the visioning part was very rewarding, and coming up on a legislative session, identifying what the priorities should be, and then just going and talking to people about it, trying to take bits and pieces from the different perspectives from different parts of the state or different backgrounds or whatever it might be. I think that at the end of the day, that usually, actually most always, created a good product for the people of Oklahoma.
You build relationships, and I had the opportunity to meet and work with really a number of outstanding men and women, Democrats and Republicans. I've made friends here in this chamber that will be lifelong friends.
The House Speaker's job is all about putting others first. It's all about service and leadership, And I think the House Speaker's job is about being conscientious and aware and sensitive to the issues of the day, but then also being able to bring people together who may be different, have different perspectives. We have the greatest system of government in the world, and public service done properly is a unique opportunity to make that lasting difference.
The Speaker, being the leader of the House, becomes a very, very influential role. But of course, that is only entrusted to the Speaker by the membership. And the Speaker is only really as strong and influential as the trust that he has of the members. Certainly, you have to lay out a clear vision, a goal of where you'd like to be, but that goal shouldn't solely be laid out by the Speaker. That should be done in tandem with the rest of the membership. And I think when a Speaker is willing to do that, to put aside petty differences and to work with the membership to move the agenda forward, I think Oklahoma benefits.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to a very special group on stage with me tonight. An exclusive club in the state of Oklahoma, past speakers of the Oklahoma House of Representatives. Introducing them individually. Mr. Speaker, I did hear them visiting together. I briefly overheard them while the video was playing. Every single one said they were thrilled they were not Speaker this year. I don't know what that means, but all for one. Speaker Steve Lewis. Speaker Glenn Johnson. Speaker Lloyd Benson. Speaker and Corporation Commissioner Todd Hyatt. Speaker and Secretary of State Chris Benz. And Speaker Chris Steele. Welcome back, Mr. Speakers. As you continue enjoying a wonderful meal, I know we also enjoy our dinner entertainment this evening. Alva's own Steve Newman is an accomplished musician. He'll be sharing his talent on the piano with us tonight while we enjoy dinner. Following Mr. Newman, we have the privilege of hearing more from Northwestern Oklahoma State University's premier choral ensemble. The Northwestern Oklahoma State University Singers have performed at Carnegie Hall, China, when they finally made it to Enid. Later, they will be touring Austria and Germany next year. Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Lieutenant Governor Todd Lamb.
How about that? No one's better than that. How about that? Fantastic. I hope you all have enjoyed your meal. We're so happy to be celebrating in Enid tonight. We greatly appreciate the welcoming spirit of this community, no surprise to me, whose tireless efforts over the past few weeks have made this event so memorable. Please continue eating dessert as we resume tonight's program. Now, Mr. Speaker, I have right here my script that I'm introducing you, but these wonderful singers are going to sing the state song. What's next?
Should probably wait till my wife gets back.
Well, definitely want to wait till Mrs. Hickman gets back. We are going to wait on that. As I said, just talk amongst yourselves and eat your dessert.
They're coming. We're good. Yes?
Is Representative Casey Murdoch here? Casey Murdoch. Now, I think this is, I'm going to make it official because the governor's not here, so constitutionally, I'm the governor of this gym. All right, so, I don't know if that's constitutional, but it sounds good. Casey Murdoch, I think you get the award and recognition for the farthest traveled legislator from, everybody know? Felt, Oklahoma. Casey, thanks for being here tonight. I have so many wonderful friends in the legislature, my phone is off, but I guarantee you, when I turn the phone on, there'll be plenty of text about how many miles others travel. It's my pleasure this time to introduce the speaker. I have an official bio, which I will read, but it's also an honor to introduce a very good friend of mine personally, a good friend of mine professionally, but also a great friend, not just to Cherokee/Fairview, a great friend to Northwest Oklahoma, but a great friend to the entire state of Oklahoma. On February 10th, 2014, the Oklahoma House of Representatives elected a new Speaker of the House. They chose a man who has represented Alfalfa, Major Woods, and Northeast Woodward. He's represented Northwest Oklahoma for a decade in the House of Representatives. He is the 5th generation of his family to own and farm land in Alfalfa and Woods counties. He grew up in Northwest Oklahoma, graduating as valedictorian of Cherokee High School. He was a top 10 freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior at the University of Oklahoma. I didn't know that. That was impressive. Really? Top 10, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Man, that's kind of a big deal. Also received the medal honoring the top 3 student leaders at OU upon his graduation with the Bachelor of Arts with distinction in journalism. After graduating at OU, he served as an assistant to President David Boren and athletic director and Heisman winner Steve Owens as the public affairs special projects coordinator and as university press secretary before moving to Woodward, where he was vice president of Omni Media Group. While he is proud of the work he has done with his colleagues in the legislature to move our state forward, he's even more proud of his family. His wife Janet, their children Taylor, Ashley, and Austin. I've been with Speaker Hickman in Oklahoma City, obviously, in Enid for meetings, town hall meetings in Woodward, Fairview. We had a town hall meeting at the co-op in Carmen. Cherokee, Alva, and many other communities all across our state, but particularly Northwest Oklahoma. Whether Jeff Hickman is at the Oklahoma State Capitol, in Enid, Fairview, or where he was reared in Cherokee, I've seen him there. He's the exact same. He loves our state. He loves his family. Please help me welcome the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Jeff Hickman.
Please be seated. My family said if they're going to stand here, the speech better be short, and so we'll do that, but we will at least let all of you sit down. Thank you so very much, Governor Lamb and Enid, for a wonderful, wonderful evening that we are all enjoying here this evening. And this might not be the last ball Enid sees, Governor Lamb. There might be inaugural balls or other things that could be hosted in this venue. Just a suggestion. You never know what might happen. And thank you to Commissioner Hyatt for giving our invitation tonight. He was my first speaker when I first got to the Capitol, and a dear friend, and I appreciate that. You know, Speaker Hyatt, when I got to the Capitol 11 years ago with you, I had more hair and it wasn't gray. I'm not sure if it's the job or teenage daughters, but nonetheless, things have changed in the last 11 years. God has blessed me with a wonderful, wonderful family and so much in my life. And serving in the legislature is a real privilege for those of us who are elected, but it can be a burden on our families. And when I was elected Speaker of the House, it took that to another level for my family. But through it all, they continue to stand behind me and stand with me and stand behind me literally at this very moment. I couldn't do this job, and I wouldn't want to do any job without them. I am so pleased they're here tonight. The one who takes care of business at home while I'm at the Capitol, my partner in all that I do, my wife, Janet. And the three most wonderful children I could ask for who keep us on our toes, keeping up with their wonderful accomplishments of which we are so proud, Taylor, Ashley, and Austin. I was blessed to be born to the most supportive parents you could ask for, and my parents are here. My dad was just honored with a National Track Coach of the Year award as well. He's still coaching track at Cherokee, and I'm honored to have my parents here, Steve and Kathy Hickman. Thank you, Mom and Dad. My brother Jeremy is a high school principal. He is here with his wife, who is an attorney. If you're a high school principal these days, it's probably good to be married to an attorney. And I'm glad that they are both here as well. Jana's parents, Dr. Gerald Harris and Jane Harris, are with us as well. My aunt and uncle from Carmen, Dean, and Christy Hughes, and several cousins and other relatives are here as well. And I'm so pleased to have them with us this evening. I hope everyone enjoyed the evening. There's lots more to come, and this event did not happen without a lot of work by the Speakers Ball director and the staff. And would Marion Free and the Speakers Ball board members please stand and let us say thank you to you. I know you've been introduced, but Marion and the board members that are seated throughout the campus, thank you for all of you. We enjoy working with an incredible and talented staff at the House of Representatives and in the Speaker's office who try to make me and our members look good every day, or as good as they can with what they have to work with. And many of those staff members are here as well, and I want to just say publicly thank you to my staff, the Speaker's office, our staff in the House of Representatives who work with our members each and every day. And it's fun for us to have a night out to celebrate with you as well. Would our staff from the House of Representatives and the Speaker's office please stand as well? You know, growing up in Cherokee, when you wanted to go on a date and go to the big city, you came to Enid. When you wanted to go to a movie and a nice restaurant, that meant coming to Enid and going to El Chico and the new theater at the mall. That was the big city back in the day, and Enid has changed and transformed and grown, but Enid is such a special place and such a special part of my childhood as well as Jana and now our family, as we are here frequently for basketball games and stock shows and other special events. But the Enid Host Committee has gone above and beyond to make this a special night for all of us. And I appreciate Representative Chad Caldwell, who served as our honorary chairman of the Host Committee, along with Representative John Enns and Representative John Pfeiffer, all of whom represent Garfield County, Brent Kissling and his staff, and the Enid Event Center. Thank you all so much for a wonderful night here in Enid, Oklahoma. Some of you asked if Vince Gill would be here. No. But some of his music will be here. Some of you who will remain nameless also asked if Bob Wills would be here. I'm sure wherever his music is still played, he is somewhere out there. So yes, Bob Wills is with us this evening, for those of you who asked that question as well. We will have the opportunity to hear some wonderful music tonight, and I want to say thank you to Jamie Oldecker. Jamie is the one who got Ronnie Dunn started in the business and who brought Ronnie Dunn to the Speaker's Ball last year. And he's played with Eric Clapton, a host of other great artists. And Jamie has come back home to Oklahoma. He's retired back to Tulsa. He's really not retired, though. He's writing a book with Dr. Blackburn at the History Center on the history of music in our state. And there's so many wonderful, wonderful connections that we have to that business. He's also working to gather items for the Pops Museum in Tulsa. And they have identified the 25 greatest songs that were either written by, performed by, or are about Oklahoma. And that's what they will be performing tonight. The band is the Tractors. You may remember Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train. Baby likes to rock it like a boogie woogie choo choo train. Well, that was their one hit, and the band's back together tonight. They're going to be here. They're from Tulsa, along with some great singers like John Fulbright, Grammy nominee, and many, many others. Bobby Castor, you heard from earlier. Gosh, a great list. And I think you're really going to enjoy this show of the up-and-coming artists singing the greatest songs ever in the history of our state. We are in the final session for many members of the House with whom I was fortunate to be elected. There are others that are not returning, choosing not to run for re-election. Unlike Peyton Manning, maybe we should have considered retirement in 2014 if we'd known the oil bust was coming. But we do face great challenges this session, but I am honored to face those challenges with the many wonderful Oklahomans on both sides of the aisle, the Democrat and Republican members of the Oklahoma House of Representatives with whom I serve. There are several members here, along with the Speaker Pro Tem, Dr. Lee Denny, but there are other members of both the House and Senate who are retiring, either due to term limits or they are smarter than some of us and they're leaving early and not running for re-election. But with the members of the legislature and so many from my class elected in 2004 that are retiring and ending your public service, would you please stand? It has been a true honor to get to work with many of these colleagues of mine, and they become your friends. They become your family. You spend 12 years with people. We talked about that at the Capitol the other day. It's like going through first grade to the 12th grade with the same group of people, and a lot happens, and we do end up having less hair, and it's more gray, it seems like, when we leave. But it has been a real privilege to be on this journey with our friends as well. We're only stewards for a brief time here in this state as elected leaders, but I couldn't ask for better people to work together on the challenges that we face. And I wouldn't have the opportunity to serve as Speaker if it weren't for my colleagues who have asked me to serve in that role, and I'm so proud to work with those men and women I also wouldn't have the chance to serve as Speaker if it weren't for the people of District 58 in Northwest Oklahoma, many of whom are here tonight, electing me and asking me to go represent them at the Capitol. It's the most special place, I think, in our state and in the world. It's one of the most beautiful places as well, and I'm glad you all got to see the sunset here in western Oklahoma as you made your way out. But thank you to the people of Northwest Oklahoma for this wonderful, wonderful opportunity. This is our final Speaker's Ball for me to get to serve. I look forward to coming back and seeing so many of you as we wrap up our legislative session in about 3 months. It will be challenging, but Oklahoma's been through these challenges before. We've come through them because we're a people of a pioneering spirit, people who know the meaning of hard work and tough choices. And the people of Northwest Oklahoma in particular are feeling what's going on in our economy right now, as many of our friends and neighbors have lost their jobs. It's impacting our entire state. But we will come through this, and we'll be better for it as we set priorities and make the decisions, roll up our sleeves, do the tough work that you all have asked us to do. It's a privilege to get to work with all of you. It's a privilege to have all of you here tonight. Thank you to each one of you for your individual roles in leading our state, whether it's in public service or the private sector, for making a difference and allowing us to do what we do, which is hopefully create a better Oklahoma that's even better to live, work, and raise a family. Thank you all for coming tonight, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, I'm Chris Cravens. I've been here about a year. I'm an order selector. I've worked in a lot of warehouses. The fact that everybody's striving for the same thing, and a small part of a bigger thing, sounds corny and everybody kind of, says it, but that's exactly how it goes. Because, if you don't have your order selector or your truck driver or even your people behind the scenes doing the computers and stuff, none of this stuff would be possible. I've never been one to ask for help. So like I said, I'd go to food pantries and stuff like that with my mom, and I felt out of place. You shouldn't ask for help. You're supposed to fend for yourself, See, when I was a kid, the schools would give us a backpack and it would have food in it. And the only time I really was able to eat was at school, because I got free food programs. And so weekends, we kind of fend for ourselves. And there was a couple times where I got in trouble for stealing food from me and my sister. But, so when they started that food program with the backpacks and everything, it was cool. It eliminated that part, and it had just enough to be able to get us through till the next day at school. So I was pulling orders one day, and I think I'd been here 3 or 4 months, and pulled a lot of food for kids. And the only thing I saw was the abbreviations for it, so I didn't really think about it, It was one day, instead of having to grab a whole box of backpacks, I had to cut it open and only take a couple of them out. So when I cut it open and I opened up the box, I see this blue backpack, and I was like, no way. It kind of hit me like a brick, I almost cried, honestly, because all this time I didn't even know that I was giving back, And so when I rolled up to there and saw it and realized how many kids get the program, and I wasn't one of the only ones, and they started telling me how many bags help how many families and how many kids and everything. I started doing the math, and I realized I'd probably just helped a whole bunch of kids eat. Because she always told me, she's like, there's other people out there just like us, and I always thought my mom was just trying to make me feel better, my mom always told me, look, you can't feel bad about going to these places because they help. And as I got older, and I realized it did help us, but it wasn't until I worked here I realized how much it helped. It made a huge impact. Not many people would think, especially volunteers that come up here, but as a kid, it meant a lot. If I could say one thing to them, thank you. Especially people who did it all those years ago. It's donations is what keeps this place going, and thank you. Because you're helping us help other people, And these are the same people that helped me growing up. So for me to give a little bit back, yeah, I can definitely do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage for a quick photo opportunity the Speaker of the House, Representative Jeff Hickman, and John Bob Semple, who's representing the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma.
To Mr. Speaker and Mrs. Hickman, thank you very much for supporting us as we continue our work in fighting hunger and feeding hope. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma. The Backpack for Kids program helps so many children across our state, and we were so proud to choose it as our charity of choice, our primary charity this year for the Oklahoma Speakers Ball. And thank you to all of you. If you're not here supporting this event, sponsoring tables, buying tickets, there aren't dollars that we're able to turn and give a small gift to the Backpack for Kids program. It's a very important program. I encourage you to learn more about it. My grandfather's the one that got me onto this program. Before he passed away, he got where he couldn't play golf at Alba every day. And he wanted his country club membership to help children. He was watching all of those programs about children in other countries. And I said, well, there's a program that will help kids that you probably know, right here in Northwest Oklahoma. And so that's how we started our journey with the Backpack for Kids program. He did it until he passed away. My mom and her sisters have continued to give in his memory since then. And it's a wonderful, wonderful program. We're so happy to have you all help us to make a difference for these young people. We also have two secondary beneficiaries that we will be able to issue some small checks to as well, and we're so pleased to have them as well represented here this evening. Jen and I each year give a scholarship in memory of our girl's father, Monty Tucker, who passed away in an accident when the girls were very little while working at State Farm. And several of our friends from State Farm are here as well. But I'm most pleased that Monty's parents, who are a very, very special part of our family and continue to be each and every day, Dr. Charles and Jane Tucker are here. And Charlie and Jane, thank you for coming, and we're honored to have you here as well. As one of our secondary recipients, the Oklahoma State University Scholarship Foundation for scholarships for that scholarship will benefit, as well as Northwestern Oklahoma State University here in Northwest Oklahoma in my district, that I'm so proud and have such great memories growing up there with my parents attending there. My father's a graduate of Northwestern, has been teaching at Cherokee his entire career, but I got to spend a lot of time at Northwestern growing up, and so a small contribution will also go to their campus beautification fund of the Northwestern Foundation. Dr. Janet Cunningham, president of Northwestern, is here along with several other administrators and faculty from Northwestern. They brought us our wonderful singers again this year, too. Thank you, Dr. Cunningham and Northwestern, for being one of our other beneficiaries this year. Governor Lamb, it's all yours. Get the party started. Thank you.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Jeff Hickman. Again, I'd like to thank you for your generous support that is made this evening, and a generous donation very, very possible. As I close out the official scripted portion this evening, I want to thank the Speaker again for choosing Enid, Oklahoma, where I was born and raised. What I learned in Enid, I still carry with me on a daily basis. You know, you just maybe learn by osmosis, but growing up in Enid, I had the assumption that every community had a military installation. I learned later that's not the case. I learned a strong sense of patriotism and service and a commitment to give and to support our military, as I saw the community of Enid do that time and time again, supporting vets. I talked about the great education I received here in Enid. But something else I learned in Enid. I learned the importance of other communities and smaller communities. I learned that the sun does not rise or set in Oklahoma City alone, and the sun does not rise or set in Tulsa alone. And don't be alarmed, I've said that in Oklahoma City and Tulsa too. The sun rises and sets on 77 counties. I learned in Enid, as Jeff said earlier, as the speaker said earlier, growing up in Cherokee, he came to Enid. A community like Enid is dependent upon smaller communities coming here. Likewise, our state is dependent upon not 3, not 15, and not 70, but 77 counties that are full of communities and great schools. That's why I go to every county every year, all 77, every single year. Last year, as many of the legislators know, I did 77 counties in 77 days. We're not doing that this year. We're using the whole 12 months God gave us like we usually do. But the reason I do that is to be the voice of the people because of what I learned in Enid, Oklahoma. And a guy I grew up with, and I got the speaker's permission to introduce one more individual. The district attorney of Enid, from Enid all the way to El Reno, Mike Fields. A man I grew up with and spent a lot of time with. Mike, would you please stand and recognize the DA from Enid, Oklahoma, Mike Fields, and his wife, Jennifer. It is. Speaking of the DA, he would like your wine glasses empty before you leave here. This isn't New Orleans. You can't take a travel. Is that what you wanted, Speaker?
Perfect.
Perfect. Is that what you wanted, Mike? All right, good. It's been an honor for me to participate tonight, to be MC of this event. Thank you, Speaker Hickman, for allowing that. Thank you for traveling to Garfield County and Enid, America on a Sunday evening. Thank you to our guests for your kindness and your generosity on behalf of the Oklahoma Regional Food Bank, as we heard from just a moment ago. Thank you to our elected officials for your service, your commitment to something greater than yourself, and your sacrifice. And thank you all for attending this evening. Our evening would not be complete without entertainment from some of our state's finest talent. One thing I also learned about Jeff Hickman, he can put on a party. Evidence last year and again that you're about to see. You've seen already some tonight, but you'll still witness again here in a moment. Tonight, we'll experience a journey through Oklahoma's music history, from Bob Wills to Vince Gill and beyond. Tonight's band, under the direction of Jamie Oldacre, is comprised of founding members from the Tractors, who have recorded and performed with artists such as Bob Dylan, heard of him, Eric Clapton, Bonnie Raitt, Linda Ronstadt, Roy Clark, and Leonard Cohen. Joining them tonight are 16 talented individuals from all across the state who will be taking us on this musical journey. Stick around for some fun and great atmosphere and world-class music. And please enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless you.
Thank you, Speaker Hickman. Good evening, my fellow Oklahomans. How you feeling tonight? All right? Well, we tell you to make yourself at home, but we don't know quite how you act at home, so we're going to not say that. We're going to ask you to have a good time. We know you're going to enjoy yourself. Take some good stories out of here. You're going to learn about the depth, significance, and quality of Oklahoma music history and musicians. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll start with Take Me Back to Tulsa in 1940. Bob Wills and Tommy Duncan added words to an old fiddle tune that became one of the signatures for Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. Take Me Back to Tulsa, sung tonight by Jacob Tovar.
Some folks call it dying. Stole my heart long ago, way down Louisiana.
lyrics altered by Woody's cousin Jack in 1945, Oklahoma Hills is the legislatively designated Oklahoma folk song. Top 10 hit for Hank Thompson in 1961. Channeled tonight for you by Mr. Wink Burchin.
Many months have come and gone since I wandered from my home in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Many lessons I have learned, many a page my life has turned. Still I feel like I'm in the hills where I belong. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I rode my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. As I'm sitting here today, many miles away from the place I rode my pony through the draw, where the oak and blackjack trees kiss the playful prairie breeze, in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I rode my pony on a reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Mr. Shelby Island. Mr. Walt Richmond. As I turn my life a page to the land of the great old slaves, in the Oklahoma hills where I was born, where the black old rose flows and the snow white cotton grows, in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I rode my pony on a reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, I rode my pony on a reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder in the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born.
Wink Burchin, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, Lowell Fulson merged the electric blues combo with a horn section to create what we often call the Uptown Blues. Fulson's 1950 recording of Every Day I Have the Blues set a standard style that was embraced by B.B. King and became King's theme song in 1955. Performing the song for you tonight will be Tulsa's Jimmy Jr. Markham and Christy Hannawinkle. Every Day I Have the Blues.
Son, you gotta work a little. Sometimes I wonder, I'm gonna do what I do for the summertime. Well, my mama told me, son, you gotta get some money. If you wanna eat, you gotta go right next Sunday. Son, you didn't work a lick. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do when there ain't no cue for the summertime. Well, I'm gonna take a piece, I'm gonna have a fucking vacation. I'm gonna take my promise to the United Nations. Well, I called my congressman and he said, "Well, I'd like to help you, son, but you're too young to vote." Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do when there ain't no cue for the summertime blues.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again. Right on. Up next, we are going to hear Roger Miller's 1965 #1 hit. It was #1 in the U.S. and the U.K. Earned Miller 5 Grammy Awards. And bringing it to you tonight is Mr. Wink Merchant.
Trailers for sailoring, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. I'm 2 hours of pushing broom by 8 or 12 4-bedroom mama. Man means by no means kill a third boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. All worn out, shooting shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found. Short but not too big around. I'm a man means by no means king of the road. I know every engine on every train. 8 by 12, 4-bedroom mama. Man, me by no means king of the road. Trailers for silver, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no food, no play. I ain't got no cereal time. 2 rounds of punch and brown bags. 8 by 12, 4-bedroom mama. Man, these guys don't mean king of the road. I'm a man, these guys don't mean king of the road. I'm a man, these guys don't mean king of the road.
That's the new dad, Lynn Merchant. Now, a lot of folks don't know that the early 1960s surf sounds were pioneered by a couple of Oklahomans. From Lahoma, which is not too far from here, Noki Edwards, and from Wagner, Bob Bogan, both of whom recorded with their group, The Ventures. And tonight we're going to hear Walk, Don't Run, which was really their first single, and performed by Mr. Paul Benjamin. Benjamin, ladies and gentlemen, with The Ventures. Walk, Don't Run. We like seeing that dance floor filled up. Nothing makes a musician feel better than he's got you dancing. So kick off those high heels. Get out there and spin around some. Conway Twitty resided in Oklahoma City from the early 1960s through about 1975, during which time he released what many think is his definitive hit, Hello, Darling, which spent 4 weeks at #1 in 1970. We're bringing back Jacob Tovar to ride through this one for you.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you. It's been a long time as you used to be. How's it going? Are you happy? Hope you're doing fine. Just to know means so much. to find. If I gotta try to find a way to lose this memories of a love so warm and true. And if you should ever find it in your heart to forgive me, come back, darling, I'll be waiting for you.
Well, that one filled up the dance floor. Way to go, Jacob. And band. You know, everything's pretty tightly woven together here in Oklahoma. Next, we're going to hear a tune by Boyd Axton, who, of course, is the son of May Boren Axton. I believe Representative Dan Boren is here. So a family member is in the house of the person who wrote this song. It was a top 5 hit for Three Dog Night in 1972. Bringing it to you tonight is the pride of Bearden, Oklahoma, Grammy nominee, recipient of the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame Rising Star Award, Mr. John Fulbright.
Well, I've never been a slave, but I kinda like the music. They say the ladies are insane, oh, and they sure know how to use it. They don't abuse it.
Originally recorded by Leon Russell, who was Russell Bridges in Water, and Leon Russell in Tulsa for his first solo album. Next we're going to hear Song for You, one of his best-known songs, and called by Elton John, an American classic. And we want to welcome to the stage Joseph Rohn and Ellen Rowell, who recorded the song for Jamie on his 2005 album, Mad Dogs and Opium. So with that, Joseph Rohn and Ellen Rowell with Song for You. Ellen Rowell and Joseph Rohn, ladies and gentlemen. Leon Russell's Song for You. Up next, J.J. Cale's Call Me to Breeze appeared in 1972, covered by many artists, to include Leonard Skinner and others, which, by the way, had a couple of Oklahomans in that band, Steve and Cassie Gaines. Also, one of the earliest featured uses of a drum machine in American popular music. Of course, we don't need a drum machine tonight because we have Gene sitting behind the kit. Bringing you J.J. Cale's Call Me the Breeze tonight, Paul Benjamin. Dallas' Elvin Bishop wrote and recorded Fooled Around and Fell in Love for his 1975 album, Strutting My Stuff. The song was a top 5 hit and a certified gold record. For those of you that liked Hello Darling, to slow down, get up close person with someone special to you. Tonight, Jesse Aycock is going to lead us through this one, Fooled Around and Fell in Love. Jesse Aycock, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jesse. Leon Russell's This Masquerade was the B-side of his big hit Tightrope, for those of you who remember what a B-side is. It's also a top 10 hit for jazz guitarist and vocalist George Benson, for whom Oklahoma City's Charlie Christian was a primary inspiration. Getting back to its roots as a piano meditation to guide us through this one, let's welcome again John Fulbright. While we're at the midpoint now, let's have a big hand for our band up here. We're talking about some of the best musicians in the state of Oklahoma, the country, the world, the universe, and so on and so forth. While not written by an Oklahoman, Tulsa Time is one of those songs that always reminds us of the Oklahoma lifestyle. It's made popular by country artist Don Williams and also recorded by Eric Clapton. Tonight in the capable hands and voice of Tulsa's Don White. It was recorded with Eric Clapton, J.J. Cale, written a bunch of songs for famous people that you all know, and hosts a pretty good radio show as well. Don White, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, my name is Don White, and I was raised on Tulsa Time.
Recorded a song called Bad Case of Loving You in 1978. It was picked up and re-recorded by Robert Palmer in 1979, who scored a top 20 hit with it. You know it, but you might not have known it was written by an Oklahoman. Tonight, Dustin Pitsley is going to bring you the news. Bad Case of Loving You. Let's hear it for Dustin Pitsley. Dustin Pitzler, ladies and gentlemen. Firing up the stage here this evening, Blue Martin's Bad Case of Loving You. How many of you know where the rural community of Prettywater is? I didn't hear anybody say right outside of Tahlequah, but that's where it is. And that's where the Collins kids came from. Larry Collins co-wrote the 1981 #1 country single, You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma. Tonight the song will be performed by Jim Byfield and Bobby Castor.
There's a full moon over Tulsa, golden shining on. Nights are getting cold in Cherokee County. There's a moon on the passing through. I remember green eyes and a rancher's daughter. Memories all I do.
Jim Byfield and Bobby Castor, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, a pop, R&B, and dance hit, the Gap Band's You Dropped a Bomb on Me is one of the Tulsa Trio's most sampled songs and best-known hits. We still hear it every time a Cowboy hits a home run at Allen P. Reynolds Stadium in Stillwater. Tonight, Paul Benjamin wants you to get moving. the dance floor tonight. Kick your shoes off and turn it up a little bit. You dropped a bomb on me. #1 country hit in 1984 when it was recorded by Okmulgee's Mel McDaniel after Conway Twitty turned it down. Don White is back to bring us Baby's Got Her Blue Jeans On.
It's me again. mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. She can't help it if she's made that way. She ain't complaining if they look her way. She's just trying to make it comes naturally.
We heard Vince Gill's name mentioned earlier. He recorded a duet with Reba McEntire in 1990, written by Vince Gill and another Oklahoma music industry giant, Tim Dubois from Miami. Tonight, Jacob Tovar and Allie Harder, along with Paul Benjamin, we're going to get the room moving again with Oklahoma Swing. Jacob Tovar, Allie Harder, Paul Benjamin. Our Our next song spent 4 weeks as the #1 song in country music in 1990. It was recorded on a little-known country singer from Stillwater's first album. It's the ultimate sing-along. We expect all of you to join right in with us. Let's all join with Wink Bertram. Think about the friends we've had. We've thought a little more of themselves than we did. Wink Bertram, everybody.
Played on my roots, I shut up in boots and ruined your black tie frame. The last one to know, the last one to show, I was the last one you thought you'd see here. And I saw the surprise, the fear in his eyes, when I took his glass of champagne. Well, I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in long places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. Everything's alright. I just say goodnight and I'll show myself to the door. Hey, I didn't mean to cause a big scene. Just give me an hour and then, well, I'll be as high as an ivory tower. But you're in
Bertram, ladies and gentlemen. Now don't go anywhere if you're on the dance floor. We try to sing along. We want to keep you working here before you get back in your car and head home. If you don't know how to line dance, pick a couple line dance leaders out there for this one. It was a #1 country hit for Brooks and Dunn in 1992. It's still a feature in honky-tonks around Oklahoma and the country. Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. Kicked out by Dustin Pitsley.
Every night when the sun goes down.
officially, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give yourself a big hand for you line dancers out there. We got one more dance song for you, so we don't want you to go anywhere. Anybody who goes out and sees original live music in the state knows the vocal, guitar, and humorous talent of Norman's Mike Hosty. Everybody dances to this song. Everybody. Because everybody's been to the river in the back of the truck. Often played with his Hosty duo partner Mike Byers, who's running around operating the stage here tonight. Got outranked by Jamie. Mr. Hosty's ready to go. So please welcome Mike Hosty with Oklahoma Breakdown.
Just one more time.
just one more time.
Mike Hosty, Oklahoma Breakdown. For those of you going back to Norman tonight, you can catch him at the deli a little bit later on this evening. I often ask people what Bob Marley has in common with Oklahoma. Aside from Jamie back here playing on Clapton's version of Marley's I Shot the Sheriff, Marley also included lines from this next song in his tune, Rastaman Chant. This next song written by Spyro's Albert E. Brumley. I'll Fly Away has been called the most recorded gospel song in history. I want you all to sing along with us. Brumley said he came up with the idea while picking cotton on his father's farm in Rock Island, Oklahoma. The song's been recorded by hundreds of artists, appeared in many television shows and films, and it's a song everyone can relate to in either a secular or sacred mode. So we're going to ask all our performers to come back out tonight for a big old sing-along hootenanny. We want you to join in with I'll Fly Away. Leading us tonight will be Little Joe McLaren. So we're sure glad you came out to be here tonight to support this important cause at the Speakers Ball 2016. Turn it over to Little Joe. Have a big hand for all of our musicians tonight. That one led by little Joe McLaren. Outstanding group of musicians here tonight, young and old, the whole span of generations of Oklahoma music. One more for you tonight. We're about to close it out. This is a new song. It's a tribute to our great state of Oklahoma. I believe the lyrics are going to be on the screen for you to sing along with us. Ode to Oklahoma, performed by its writer, Bobby Castor.
Hello, good evening everybody. It is such an honor to be here tonight. I brought my brother up here, Chris Castor, to play with me, and it's so cool. This evening is so fun, and I'm so thankful to be here. I wrote this song about a year ago when I made my move to Oklahoma City, and I'm so happy to be there. There's nowhere else I'd rather be, so here's this song. They say out here in the country, we just work to get that money. Oil rings, diamond rings, fancy cars, those lavish things. But I would beg to differ that. Get your horse or grab my hat. And we'll go ride this land together, come what may, through any weather. Strongest wind, water, red sunset, we've seen it all. Hey, get your bow and arrow out. We'll go around and paint the town. And I'll come sweeping down the plain, my heart with the winds away. I'll go. We're doing, we're all doing okay. Befriend the foe, befriend the neighbor. Don't know such thing as a stranger. Shout out to your my brother, you are welcome here. That's what this day is taught me best. Put God first and love the rest. I bet all my money moving to LA. I even set my sights upon that Nashville stage. Love the city for 2 whole years. Have my bags been settled here, 'cause I'll come sweeping down the plain. My heart with the winds away. I'll go. We're all doing okay. Oh, the open lakes over and the rolling hills that stand splendor to unravel. I know I can travel around the world, though I never have. I see such beauty hidden in this. We fell apart, we faced the fire. Life gets rough, but we look higher. Keep a price on heart and soul. Stay true to what you call your home. My Oklahomies everywhere. Let's get loud, let's get proud. To the world we're gonna sing it out. Sweeping down the lane, my heart with the winds away. I'll go. We're all doing okay. Sweeping down the lane, my heart with the winds away. I'll go. Sing it out. We're all doing okay. LA and showing with the winds away. I'll go. We're all doing okay. Thank you so much.
Bobby Castor, ladies and gentlemen. One more big round of applause for all of our musicians here. We wish you a good night. We want you to be safe on your way home. Do your best for us back there at the Capitol. God bless you all, and God bless the state of Oklahoma. Good night, everybody.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2016 Oklahoma Speakers Ball. We hope to see you again next year.
in 2017. Have a good night, drink safe, and we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.